everybody. Welcome to a new episode of New to You. It may not be new, but hopefully it's new to you. I am John, one of your hosts. With me is...
Keith Vincent, one of your other hosts.
And I'm Mary Varn, your third host. This week is a mini episode, and we are going to talk about Hey, That's My Fish, an iOS game. It is based on a Mayfair, I believe, board game.
It was Mayfair at one point, but now I think that Fantasy Flight puts it out. And they put out a mini version of it as well.
Well, the iOS one is Fantasy Flight as well.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a really just cute little strategy game. And I picked this one because it is a strategy game, which I like, but it's also very, very, very simple. So I feel like it's a good segue for people who aren't so much into strategy. Maybe they're more into Bejeweled or something more casual. And this could be like a good segue into a more strategy type game. It's just a really simple little hex game.
A gateway drug.
Yeah, there you go.
First today it starts with cute penguins, and before you know it, you're playing.
So let's walk down the basics of the game. So basically, the goal is to get more fish than the other guys.
Yeah. So you're a penguin, and you can play against other players or the AI. I've really only played against the AI, actually. And, you just position yourself. You have two penguins, and you position yourself on hexes so that you can move and gather up all the fish. Every tile has fish on it. Some have 3, some have 2, some have 1. Of course, you want to be getting to the ones that have 3 so that you can get the most fish. But so does everybody else. So you have to keep in mind, well, that person is probably also going to go to the one that has 3. So do I want to block them?
Right, and the strategy is that each hex, as you move a penguin away from it, the way you gather the fish is you actually take the hex away. So it's like these blocks of ice floating in orca-infested water that you're pulling away pieces as you go to gather them, but that also is cutting off little islands of ice where you can trap other people's penguins or isolate yourself with expensive fish. And you end up, each person starts with 2 fish on the board, or 2 penguins on the board, rather.
And I think it's a brutal commentary on the state of global warming at the same time as being a fun game.
So did you have a chance to play it, Keith?
I did. I played it quite a bit, actually.
What did you think?
I don't think I got enough into it to figure out any strategies other than just going, oh, there's a 3-fish one, and I'm gonna go for that. And there's another 3-fish. That was the extent of my strategy. I did try to, use the two penguins as smartly as I could, without. I tried not to get them trapped. I think this is the only strategy that I played with. Right. But I feel like if I and I will continue to play it because I bought it. And but I feel like the more I play it, I will definitely figure out some tricks.
Well, I've played the board game version of this as well. I played it at a convention.
We played it at Gen Con together, probably, right?
A few years ago, and it's the iOS game is the same exact thing, just without the setup time.
Yeah.
I think you can hot seat it. You can play on one device, just passing it around.
Oh, that's neat.
Which is kind of cool. And it's one of those games that's simple and elegant, but can have depth of strategy. So you could play it with younger people, like kids or children, who may be more into like, hey, penguins, whatever, and the aesthetics of the game and playing. But you can also be a little more cutthroat with a more advanced player. It's sort of got that like checkers. You can just kind of bounce things around till you get a king, or you can be one of those old men in the park who isn't quite chess level but plays checkers real good.
Yeah.
Or I remember as a kid playing Chinese checkers, and now when I play it, I'm like, man, can't believe I ever played this as a kid. It's so strategy based.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is probably what this game is
Yeah,
like.
and I wonder, do you guys know if it's based on anything that's really old? or like just a Reese-themed version.
I mean, it has that feel of sort of like movement and removal. It's almost the opposite of like another Euro like Carcassonne, which is you place a tile and put something on. Another one that is aesthetically really nice. You can play sort of a cooperative version of it, or you can be really cutthroat with Carcassonne.
Well, the thing I would want to bring into this discussion is that it's a really cute game. The little characters are cute. The orcas coming up when you accidentally fall into the water. That's kind of fun.
Which you inevitably always do every
everybody
game.
Does. Yeah.
So it's really cute, but it always ends in death.
Which is kind of sad because your last moments on Earth as a penguin is just trying to eat these few little scraps of fish that's left.
But I think it's good, like, again, another sort of like lesson for children is who dies with the most possessions, who has the most when they finally are eaten by the larger thing, they win. So it's just, it's all about consumption, like just boiled down.
Yeah, that's why Warren Buffett is a buffet.
That's why like Ants in My Pants and stuff, it just doesn't give, I mean, there's some of the like crazy corporate culture in Ants in My Pants and that caterpillar game where you build a bug, but it just doesn't quite come across as...
I don't know if I ever played that.
Ants in My Pants is like tiddlywinks with a big pair of plastic pants and these like grasshopper things that you jump into it, I believe.
You wear the pants, or
no? It's like the bucket is pants, and I think that's right. And
you're
then
just trying to flip the little. I think I have seen
and there's
that,
another one where
grasshoppers.
you just roll this die or whatever, flip a card, and put a piece on a bug, and whoever builds their bug first wins. So it's really just sort of.
Oh well, the building of the bug one was Cooties.
Yeah,
right?
Cooties. Yeah.
I remember that. Though I never knew it was a game until I was like 12.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like, oh, this is a bug you put together and you take it apart.
That's the kind
like
of thing
Legos.
where like, hey, that's my fish. You could kind of be like, hey, this isn't a game.
Oh, there's actually something to it. Yeah.
So, but it's also, though it's light, it's fast. You can play multiple rounds of it pretty quickly. It's a good game as filler if you just wanted to sit down. It's a good 2-player game. The board game too, they now put out a mini version that's probably like 6x6 or something that you could just travel with. It's a good little game.
I do wish that you could make a bigger map though.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Especially, I mean, it's on your screen. You could zoom in if you wanted to. I wish that, you could you play it a certain amount of times. Maybe you could unlock bigger maps or something. I feel like that would add more to the strategy aspect of it.
That would be cool.
If you're able to make a path and really clear out little spots to prevent others from moving in certain ways.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and one of my strategies that I like is to actually intentionally trap myself, but on a bigger piece of land.
Enough,
So it's just you eating up all the resources.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, and the different difficulties, there's easy, medium, hard of the AI, and you can immediately tell pretty much the differences. Like I think on the hard AI, they all go for the 3 fish, and the medium AI, they don't necessarily go for the 3 fish. So it's.
Did you find the AI difficult, or were you able to beat it pretty soundly on all 3 levels?
I beat it. I mean, it was enough of a challenge. I played it a lot on the subway. That's another thing. It's a good subway game. You can play it with one hand if you need to stand up and hold the pole. But yeah, it was just the right challenge for me. There is one achievement I have not unlocked, and that is to win with 50 points. That would be pretty hard.
What do you gain if you do it?
You just get an achievement. Yeah. I've won with 40 points before, but 50 points, I'm not sure how to pull that off.
I wish though that there was an aspect of it that was kind of a almost like a resource management thing where you can take a chance of getting the 3 fish, but you have a higher likelihood of falling into the water. I wish there was an aspect of that
like a
played
higher
into
level
it.
of complexity,
or just I mean, because it's really easy to just go, oh, there's 3 fish. I wish that there was a bit of risk. You can say, well, I'm going to risk going for the 3 fish, where I could die, or I'm just going to play it safe and go after 1 fish or 2.
Yeah,
I think that's where. I mean, this is one of those games where the randomness comes in how the tiles are played out.
Yeah,
like
that's dealt like a card.
That is what creates the random element for the game. So it's not static in that regard, but aren't any other random factors involved.
Right.
Like it's not a dice roller. It's, it's pretty much where do the chips land and where do you get to place your guy? And the placement of penguins is built to sort of be easy.
Right.
Yeah.
To figure out.
Sometimes there is risk in getting the 3 fish, depending on where the 3 fish are. So
yeah,
if
that's
they're,
true. If you're going toward the edge. Or,
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I know what you mean. This would be a good game because it's so simple that you could probably like modify and make more complex into your own.
And sell it
game.
and call it something else.
Yeah.
Fish, that's my hay.
Hey, that's my game.
It's like a cow fish
Yeah,
game.
yeah. I like it.
Hey, it's for fish horses.
Hippogriffs.
Yeah, hippocampus.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hippogriff is from Harry
Yeah.
Potter. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Buckbeak was a hippogriff. So
Uh,
let's try
we'll
it.
post some
No
pictures and a
promises.
link for the game on.
yes, we will definitely do that.
On
I
the,
believe it's
website?
I believe it's maybe $3 on the App Store.
Yeah, I just bought it this week. It was $2.99.
$2.99.
And I think the actual board game itself retails for like $15-20, something like that. So there's the cat.
That's our alarm. That means
He
we gotta
wants
end this
his
episode.
fish. So thanks everybody for listening to this episode. You can find out more about Hey That's My Fish at newtoyoushow.com.
Okay, that's my pick. I hope it was new to you.
Thanks, Mary. It was a great little game. Thank
All
you
right.
for bringing
Thanks.
it to my attention anyway.
So once again, you can check us out at newtoyoushow.com. From New to You Show, this was John Holt.
Mary Varn.
And Keith Vincent.